The second equation we have is d equals vf plus vi divided by 2, and take that whole thing times t. Now if you're solving for d in your equation, that's what you're looking for. Everything stays and you would put your numbers in at where the variables are. However, if you need to rearrange, you might need to solve for t. Well, t is here, and it's currently being multiplied by this whole thing. Now that's a lot of stuff. However, when you use that in a problem, that'll be a number, and your d will be a number. So if we just go for the rearrangement of the variables to get t, currently t is being multiplied by all this, so now we have to do the opposite, and we'll divide by all of that. So we'll divide by vf plus vi over 2. Now that's messy, but when you do it, it'll just be a number. So you'll divide by vf plus vi over 2, that whole thing. You'll get that number, and you'll take d divided by that number. So it cancels it out here, and you'll have d divided by vf plus vi over 2 equals t. There's other ways of writing that and other ways of doing that. That's just one way to get there, to get what you're looking for. Another one you might need to solve for is vf. That gets a little bit goofier. The first thing we need to do in this one is to divide by t. Last one over here we divided by everything else, but we want to get the vf by itself. So the first thing we'll do is divide by t. So I have d divided by t gives us vf plus vi over 2. Currently I have vf plus vi divided by 2. I don't want the 2 over here anymore, and so I need to do the opposite. I'm dividing by it here, the opposite is multiplying. So times 2. So I'm going to cancel those out. And the way that I write that here is I'll have 2d over t equals vf plus vi. Now, if I'm solving for vf, I need to bring the vi to the other side. So I'll do the opposite of what's currently happening. I'm adding the vi here, so I'm going to subtract it, as that's the opposite. And I'll do that here, minus vi. What that gives us is, cancels it out here, and it leaves us with vf equals 2d over t minus vi. A little bit messy, but when you have numbers in there, it'll work out nicely for you. If we come down here and we're solving for vi, we'll start the same way. We'll divide by t. So I'll have d divided by t to bring the t over there. Will equal vf plus vi divided by 2. Again, I don't want the 2 on this side anymore, so I have to do the opposite. Currently I'm dividing by it, so now I'll multiply it. So times 2. Cancels that out there. If I divide by it and multiply it, we get rid of it on this side. So I have 2d over t equals vf plus vi. This time I'm solving for vi, so I need to bring the vf over. Currently these two are being added together. The opposite of that is subtraction, so minus vf. I cancel that out, and I'm left with vi equals 2d over t minus vf. So those would be the rearrangements for equation 2.